Hey guys, hope you're having a great week. Just thought I'd do a quick update video on Giants Live, the Wembley event, which is happening in a week and a half's time. It's going to be at the SSE Wembley Arena on Saturday, July 6th. And I just wanted to run through the events because I've previously covered the max deadlift event in another video. So if you want to check that out, that's on World's Strongest Fan on YouTube. And so I just thought I'd start today by going through the events. So it looks like the Wembley Arena Tour is going to hit off with the max deadlift, which I've previously covered. I think Jerry Pritchett's going to come out on top with a deadlift of somewhere between 465 and 470. We actually have the weights now, the increment weights, the lifts. So it starts at 400 kilos, then they jump to 420, then 440, then 470, and then 501 for a new world record with straps, with a suit. It's not powerlifting, it's just for max weight. So that does change a lot of things. I did previously speak about the fact that I feel a lot of guys are going to pull 420 and then they'll bomb out at 440. 440 lifters are going to be people like Rauno Heinler, Martins Lisis, Brian Shaw if he's not injured and he's still attending the show. People like, who else is good at deadlifting? Let's have a look. Nedzmin Ambaskovic, he's a new lifter that's been brought in for this, and Pete Bremner, his name's not on the Giants site yet, but I think it was mentioned that he will be lifting at least in the max deadlift. So after the deadlift, they're going to go into a farmer's walk, and I believe that's going to be somewhere between 140 to 150 kilos per hand. This will come down to speed, athleticism, grip strength. When you think of those things, you think of someone like Mateusz Kieliszkowski from Poland. He's definitely going to be one to watch in this event. We've got people like Konstantin Janasha written down as well, but he's had a tricep injury. So again, how many of these athletes that were listed originally are going to still be competing is yet to be confirmed. So, I mean, running through the list, you've got Brian Shaw, Mateusz, Ian Bibby, Adam Bishop, Benedict Magnussen's coming in for the deadlift, I believe, Konstantin Janasha, Luke Stoltman, Tom Stoltman, Jerry Pritchett just for the deadlift, Larry Wheels, Lawrence Charlet was in, but he's obviously injured and out for a year now, so he's definitely not going to be lifting. Mark Felix, Nedzmin Ambaskovic, who is the guest lifter for the deadlift, Martins Lisis, Mikhail Shivlyakov, and Rauno Heinler. Not quite sure who of those guys is going to be doing the full comp. They're going to need at least 10 names, if not 12. So my guess is going to be Mateusz, Ian Bibby, Adam Bishop, Luke Stoltman, Tom Stoltman, Mark Felix, Larry Wheels, Martins, Mikhail Shivlyakov, and at that point I'm not quite sure, so maybe they'll let Rauno Heinler into the mix for the full show. Maybe Benny if he's good enough, I don't know. So we'll find out a little bit sooner, a little bit closer to the event. So Farmers Walk. So back to Farmers. I think Mateusz is going to do very well. Martins has got to be one of the favourites going into this, being the current world's strongest man. I think those two again. It's always between those two, backwards and forwards between events, especially at the one-day show. They've done that before at Ultimate Strongman Summer Mania that we had down here on the south coast. And first year I think Mateusz won it, and the second year Martins won. So very, very close, those two guys, in terms of all-round strongman ability. After that, they're going to go into a safe press. So this I spoke about is like a yoke with they call it a safe press. It's some big square devices on either side. It's going to be weighing somewhere between 150 to 165 kilos, I believe. I don't think it will be 170. So that's why we've seen videos recently of people like Larry Wheels and Luke Stoltman doing yoke presses because they're practicing for this. Larry looked very good. He didn't hold at the top necessarily long enough to get a down signal, but this is just prep for the show. I'm sure on the day he'll be well versed in terms of the rules, but he banged out 3 reps in like 5 seconds or something crazy. So as long as he doesn't, as long as he doesn't run out of steam, as long as he doesn't get too much lactic acid in his body and his sort of arms start failing him, he could be good for 8 to 10 reps, maybe more. And that's the sort of number Eddie Hall would hit when he would win that event. So you're looking at 10 reps plus for the win on the safe press. So I think in the overhead safe press, people like Larry Wheels will do well. Luke Stoltman, again, Mateusz is a very good overhead presser. And then the other guys will probably all follow behind those guys for that particular event. Then they're going into a Hercules hold. So again, this is going to be quite helpful for someone like Larry, his first show. It's quite a static show, not a lot of moving with very heavy weights, which is something he would probably struggle at this point in his strongman career. So Hercules hold, it's almost another grip event again, and the will to hang on, and can you just take the pain? People like Mark Felix holds the world record, so I expect him to do well, if not take a win here. For Mark to take a scalp at this point in the show, it's quite important really, because that will really split the points up, knock some people down that have maybe got a bit of a lead ahead of some of the other guys. People like Adam Bishop, he's done this before. Mateus should be pretty good, and so should Martins. I think there's going to be a theme here in terms of who I feel is going to do quite well at the Wembley event. And then that follows up with the Atlas Stones, and the stone run at Giants generally runs between 120 kilos and 180 kilos, but I can see they need to start pushing this up now, because some of the runs are just ridiculously fast, and the guys can now one motion a 200 kilo stone. So I would say Giants, if you can do the stones up to 200, if you're looking for a bit of a spectacle, why not chuck a 220 in there? People like the two Stoltman brothers, some of the best stone lifters in the world, you need to start challenging these boys. And, you know, not everyone has to finish the run, because then it's just about split times. You want people to kind of really push themselves, especially after having done 4 other events. It really will separate the men from the boys in terms of who deserves that podium spot and who's going to take the win. Martin's very good at stones. Mateus, very good at stones. So again, I see those guys, again, going to be on the podium in my opinion, based on what they've done recently and based on what I've seen previously. So Giants Live Wembley, it's in a week and a half's time. If you've got your tickets, great. If you haven't, check them out on the Giants Live website. I'm not going to be there, but I might cover it like I am now with the odd sort of update video. I think this kind of works reasonably well. If you guys think it does or doesn't, let me know. It's just a lot easier than sharing a million posts and things getting lost in the feed. We can kind of have a bit of a chat in the comment section below and cover off what we feel is happening and where things are going during the show. But as of now, not 100% sure who the competitors are, which is a bit mad really. But we didn't expect quite so many injuries at World's Strongest Man. But hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any suggestions on things you'd like me to cover, if I know enough about it, I will. And if I don't, I'll probably look it up. But hope you have a great day, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Catch you later. Bye.